D. I never touched Tina, and that's the T. I know on what's the T. I said that I don't drink, so you bitches probably don't even know what to think when you see me in the club, getting crunk, acting stupid, getting drunk. I got 100 problems.
Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super freaking excited because I'm finally able to do the Wet n Wild one brand tutorial. If you have watched my videos, my makeup videos before, y'all know I love Wet n Wild. I'm a cheap bitch. I love their $2 and $3 stuff. I think it's really good quality considering the price, and it's all cruelty free, and a lot of it is vegan as well, so I just really appreciate that from a really affordable brand. It's pretty accessible, and so I'm going to be showing a lot of new stuff and then a lot of stuff that from Wet n Wild that I've been liking for a long time, and just kind of give you my opinion on everything. That being said, my hair is curly. It's very curly. I'm not gonna leave it like this. I was looking in the mirror and was like, oh, I'm not gonna leave it like this. It's just like this. I like to let it set in this form and then brush my fingers through it. So that's why I look real little girlish right now. And then I have my head in a headband so my hair can be out of my face. I have moisturized skin, washed, moisturized, and I also did under eye patches to hydrate my under eyes, and some acne stuff for my skin because obviously my skin is acting up a little bit. It's having a rough time this week. I'm going to go ahead and prime. Y'all should know I have oily skin, and it's not incredibly oily, but it's oily. I am going to start and go ahead and prime. So this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer. It says it's supposed to refine pores, fill fine lines, brighten complexion, and even skin tone. Okay, so that's what it looks like on my hand. It looks like a moisturizer almost. Let's see, I'm gonna see how it feels between my fingers. It feels creamy like a moisturizer. I thought it would feel like silicone because a lot of primers tend to have that silicone feel if they're gonna be filling in pores, but it doesn't feel like that. It feels really creamy. So I'm gonna go ahead. I normally start my primer right here because that's where I have pores. My nose is really textured, so I really like to smooth all that out. If you see me looking above you, it's because that's where my mirror is. It's rubbing in really well. Oh, do y'all like my henna? Isn't that so cute? I got it out International Night on my campus at UNO. Some girl that I met did it. I think her name was Aziza, and she is just an artist. I mean, it's so freaking pretty. I love it. And I had to paint my nails just so I would match, but okay, so that's going on. It felt really moisturizing, but it's really absorbing into the skin. Like, my skin doesn't feel tacky or anything or too dewy. So Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Porcelain. This is, I believe, either the second to lightest or the lightest shade. They did have a pretty good shade range, so I was really pleased with that. I tried it like 2 to 3 times, and I'm liking it so far. I'll tell you guys what the claims are. This Goodbye Photo Flashback helps eliminate white particle reflection. It's tested under 7 light conditions with top smartphone models with and without flash. So what I really like about this foundation, it has this little like spatula applicator, which I really like because I don't like putting foundation like on my hand and then having to like put it all over my face. I prefer like to just be able to like either use a pump or like something to put it directly on my face. The nice thing about this is that it's not a sponge, it's plastic, so it's really easy to clean. So for me, like having acne, you just want to keep everything as sanitary as possible and sanitized and very clean. So this is really easy to clean, and it's just really easy to apply to the face as well, because I think sponges tend to be gathering places for bacteria a lot of the time. So I like that this is plastic. It's not really uncomfortable on the skin for me. And I tend to just sort of focus it on the problem areas that I have. You don't really need too much of it. It's very like thin feeling on the skin, you know, like it doesn't feel heavy. It's more of like a runny consistency. Oh, now I'm just looking like a crazy person. Anyway, so I'm just gonna use my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. I can't fucking talk today. So this is dampened under the water, so it's pretty damp, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start blending the foundation. This might look lighter than my skin tone, but that's mostly because of the discoloration. It's like a tiny bit lighter, but not enough to make that big of a difference. Ow, ow, ow. Ooh. I fucked up. So as you can see, with a sponge, I'd say it's pretty medium coverage. I've still got some redness peeking through. I've got my scars still coming through right here. And my freckles over here are still showing. The next thing I'm kind of nervous about, because they brought out the Photo Focus foundation in a lot of colors, right? Like plenty. I don't know how many, I'll list it somewhere, but they came out with this concealer in like 5 colors. You know what I mean? So like this was like the lightest shade that they have in the store. This shade is called Light Ivory, and it just looks really dark. I don't know, this does not, this is like lighter, this is darker than the foundation. Like, yeah, I'm not sure. I might just have to mix it with my Tarte Shape Tape and just put a little bit of that to lighten it up, so hopefully I can still see how the concealer performs. So yeah, I'll just dab this under the eyes and then add some Shape Tape to it. Now what I'm gonna do is to see like how that concealer performs by itself. I'm just gonna put it on this scar right here and see if it'll cover it. It might be too dark. Excuse me. Might be too dark, but we'll see. This little scar right here is very difficult to cover. It did not cover all the way. You can still see it. So it's not full coverage concealer, more of a sheer. So I'm gonna go ahead and set it. I have here this Wet n Wild Coverall powder, pressed powder in the shade Fair. This is what it looks like. And I'm gonna use this to set the under eyes. And I know Wet n Wild has a powder brush. I don't have it, so I'm gonna use this one, but I will link the Wet n Wild one down below. And then to set the rest of the face, I have here the Wet n Wild Mega Glow contouring palette in the shade, I don't have the shade, it's a lighter shade. I think it's called Dulce de Leche, but that might be the dark. It's this. It's just the lighter. They have 2 shades, and it's the lighter one. It's really nice. It's not too heavy at all. Okay, and now I can go ahead and do a little bit of contouring with this same palette, just the shade right here. And I'm using this Wet n Wild stipple brush because it's the only one I have from Wet n Wild for contour. They do have a little like angled contour brush that you can get as well, but I don't mind this one. I like it. It blends really nicely. And I'm just going back over that with the blending brush. Okay, let's go for blush because I'm super excited about this blush. The Wet n Wild Color Icon Ombre Blush, and the shade is In a Purple Haze. It is so freaking pretty. I'm gonna take the same stipple brush. I just really like the way this picks up product, but should I go into the, I think I'm just gonna try to swirl it and get all the color, you know? Never had an ombre blush before. Alright, let's just go for it. Let's see how pigmented this is. Y'all see that? Can you see it? I like the way this looks. This blush does look to have a little bit of a reflect and a little bit of shimmer in it. I can see a little bit of, not chunky glitter at all, but just a little bit of shimmer in the pan. Don't mind it at all. I like a glowy blush. Maybe that was too much. I don't know. I really like it though. Do we even need highlight? No. But I'm gonna go in with it anyway, girl. You know me. 10 out of 10, blush. Okay, so this is a favorite of mine. This is the Wet n Wild Illuminating palette, and it's in the shade Catwalk Pink. It does tend to have more of a glittery effect. It also is glowy though, so it's not for everybody, but I like it, so yeah. Today I'm just gonna take the white, but just so you know, the whole thing is very pretty. And then if you want to be real glowy, just like use this as a bronzer, use these as a blush, and then highlight with this. You'd be like, woo, like night out, girl. I make such a weird fucking face when I do my makeup. Dang, my face is glowy today. I love it. Okay, I think what I need to really bring this to the next level is a setting spray. So I've had this for a while and I do really like it. It's got a very intense smell to it, so just be aware of that. This is the All Day Wear Wet n Wild Photo Focus Setting Spray. I lost the lid, as one does. Gucci. I'm gonna spray this all over my face. Oh yeah. I feel like with this like lavender look, I'm like 70s, and like the curls, I'm like, oh, I'm a 70s like babe. Like, I guess we can move on to eyes, right? I mean, yeah, girl. So one new thing that I did get, Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. I've tried this a couple of times and I really like it. I've been looking for something to replace my MAC paint pot Painterly, and I feel like this is the one, y'all. This is even better than the MAC paint pot, honestly, in my opinion, because it dries down by itself, so you don't have to set it with a powder to get your colors to blend really beautifully. This is a fucking steal, my friend. Let's get up close and personal, you know? So I'm just gonna take a little dollop, about that yay big, and I'm gonna disperse it between my fingers and put it to both eyes, because that's how much you need. You just need a little tiny bit. Y'all know the Painterly paint pot is not cruelty free, so, well, none of the MAC stuff is. So it's just really nice to have a really affordable option be better than that. I'm just like, girl, hey BB. I want to do a little bit of a spring look because we're getting into that spring, that springy time. Alright y'all, so I just decided to go ahead and do one eye real quick, and oh my god, I really love the way it turned out. Oh, is there like a mark right here? Girl. I really love the way it turned out. I think it's like really springy, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to do it on this eye. This is the Comfort Zone palette, and I went ahead and applied this color to the brow bone using this Wet n Wild brush. It doesn't have a name, but it's just sort of like a fluffy padding brush, as you can see. And now I'm gonna go ahead and take this Wet n Wild blending brush. This is like their big fluffy blending brush. And I'm going to go also into the Comfort Zone palette, and I'm going to take this like salmon-y shade, and I'm going to use that as our like crease defining shade. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that right into the crease. It is shimmery, but we're going to make it work, don't worry. It's just to give like a little bit of shadow and to make it easy for our other shadows to blend. Okay, so this is the Poster Child palette. So I'm going to apply that darkest blue shade right into the crease with this pencil brush in sort of a V, concentrated in a V shape. Tap off your excess. This is the first time in a while that I'm like creating a look without like some type of inspiration behind it, like a video or whatever. And I'm so proud of myself, honestly. Like, I really love it. Alright, now that needs to be blended, but I'm just gonna let it sit for right now. And I'm gonna go back in with this fluffy padding brush from Wet n Wild and the Comfort Zone palette, and this is what I really focus the look on, this shade right here. This shade is like MAC's blue-brown pigment. It is stunning. It is so reflective and shimmery and duochrome, and so I really wanted to have this in the look, but I also didn't want it to be too dark. What I'm going to do is apply this to my outer lid, and it's just going to give you a really nice shimmery effect, and this is a really pigmented shadow. It's just beautiful. You can I don't know if you can see it on camera, but you can really see it in real life. It's stunning. And I'm going to blend that up into the blue shade as well. If you really wanted to amp this up, you could add a little bit of that setting spray onto this brush and get it popping, baby. Maybe I'll do that, actually. Just spray the brush, pick some color up, and this will also help it last really long as well. Oh my god. You know you're a freak when you get this excited about makeup, honestly. I'm crazy, okay? And now I'm just gonna take this dirty and also tiny little padding brush that it works really well to pack the pigment on for these, and this is also from Wet n Wild, as everything is in this tutorial. And what I'm doing is going back into the Comfort Zone palette, and I am taking this little highlighter shade that I used on my brow bone, and I'm just going to put it on the inner part of the lid and blend it into the blue-brown pigment. And you could also use this with your finger, because like I feel like Wet n Wild shadows are really good with your finger, especially these shimmery ones. I love their shimmers with a little bit of a finger going on. Don't judge me. And then I'm just going back in with the fluffy brush to blend the two colors together. Just a touch of glimmer and shimmer. So I'm going back in with the Poster Child palette, and I'm gonna take these three blue shades and do a little bit of a gradient look on the lower lash line. So I'm first gonna be going in with this shade. I'm not gonna describe it, you can see it. And I'm going in with that little padding brush, and I'm gonna bring it not all the way to the inner corner, but you can see kind of where I have it on this side, so y'all can see it's like right about here. And then I'm going in with the middle blue shade. And then I'm going to go in with the darkest one on the very outer corner, and I'll bring it up to connect with this. And then I'm going to go back in with the fluffy blending brush, and just do a little blending in the crease to smoke everything out. Now I'm going to go in with this little, oh, I'm out of focus, this little angled liner brush from the Wet n Wild brand. And I'm going to go back in with the Poster Child palette and just take this really dark charcoal color right here, and I'm going to use that to just do a little tiny little line right on the outer corner. I'm not going to wing it out because I feel like the shadow really does that for me. It really just gives your eyes a totally new shape. This brush is really nice for this task. Now for actual like gel liner, I prefer the e.l.f. brush, which is shaped just like this, but it has a much stiffer and smaller point, so you can get a precise line. This is a little bit more flimsy, and so that it gives a more blown out blended line. Really, like, the angle of these kind of brushes just make it so easy to get to the lash line. Nothing's in your way. You can just really get to where you're going. Now I'm gonna go in with mascara. I'm using my regular eyelash color. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if Wet n Wild has one, but if they do, I'll link it down below. I'm sure it'll be nice. I've never tried it, but just curl your lashes, or don't if you don't need to. Now I'm gonna go in with my Wet n Wild Mega Length mascara. This is a really nice one. I normally use this just for like my lower lashes, but it is a really nice mascara like in general. Like, it's just really nice, and I like it for both upper and lower. So I just tend to use my more expensive mascaras for the upper lashes because I'm just like, might as well use them. They're like samples. So yep, I'm just gonna apply that. This just, like, I feel like it really is very black, and it just gives like a lot of definition and really just lifts your eyelashes and just coats them like you really want them to be coated. The way that the brush is, you can really get into the inner corner to get those baby lashes and coat them really nice and real good. The only thing with this mascara is that it does get like clumpy super quickly, so you just gotta pay attention to where you're at with it. But as you can see, it's just like, wow, really pretty. So, and then I'm just gonna also apply that to the lower lash line. I'm gonna go do my brows off camera. I don't have a Wet n Wild brow thing. This is like gonna be way too dark, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I'll be back in a meow. So I've done eyebrows. They turned out shockingly good. Like, I can never get this type of arch in my brow. I don't know how I did it, but like, hey girl. I think we're ready to jump into lips. So, got a couple of options here. I have the red one of these two lipsticks that I've been wearing for a while. I love the consistency and texture, but I haven't tried the other colors, and there tends to be a little bit of like a inconsistency in formula with the Wet n Wild ones. I did try this one time, and I did like it a lot. It went on really well. And then I also have this really deep one. So I have the shades Goth Topic. Nice. That's a nice shade range. And Coral Corruption. Do you need to get to the bathroom?
No. That's so nice if you want me to read something for you.
Oh. I think I'm gonna go in with Coral Corruption just because this is a spring makeup tutorial, and this is definitely a fall color, so maybe I'll use this in the fall for a fall tutorial. But this one is just a really pretty peachy color, and it's not too like pale to make me look washed out. It's like really good for the skin tone. I'll let y'all take a little bit of a closer look at it. I didn't even say the name of these. These are the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit liquid lipsticks, and I don't normally need a lip liner because the applicator is really nice. It has like this little, it's like a what is that called, like a domed doe foot or like a scoop, something like that, where it picks up a lot of product. These are super thin, and they also just give like a really good amount of pigment.
Sorry.
Alright, y'all. Oh, that is a lip color. It dries down super fast. So this is the finished look. I feel like I am serving beach vibes, mermaid. Oh yes, I love it. This is spring summer 2017 for me right now. I love this. I want to say the MAC pigment, but it's literally like an exact dupe for the MAC Blue Brown pigment, and it's a Wet n Wild eyeshadow, which you can go get in a palette that's $5. Pick that shit up. Yeah, so I hope y'all liked this tutorial. Let me know if you would wear it, if you would wear it with the lipstick. Do you love Wet n Wild like I do? Are you a cheap bitch? Put it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe. If you like my videos and you want to see more, then go ahead and click the subscribe button so you can continuously see them. Thank y'all so much for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to just spend some time with me. I love it. I love spending time with you, and I love you very much, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye bye. Mwah.